Yeshua, Pandera.
It's Friday. I ain't got no job. I ain't got shit to do. And I ain't got no weed. Son of a bitch. Welcome to Spirit World News. I am your host,
Yeshua, Pandera.
Big Black Motherfucker. On this edition of Spirit World News, in the main part of this video, I'm going to be talking about this hardcore deception that's going on, where most people in this world, they think they're praying to the Messiah, God, Creator. They think they're getting help from the holy angels. But actually, all of that energy, all that belief and praying that's coming from these people is going directly to these fallen angels, all these Antichrist entities. Y'all know I always say this, that I don't give a fuck what color you are. You're either righteous or you're not. When I first started on YouTube, I used to always say black or white. If you believe in Christ, you are right. And when I started on YouTube, 2016, I was walking this fine line with this black and white shit that's been going on, because the powers that be, they've been trying to start a race war. And most of so-called black people, especially who I personally know, they've gone through so much shit with white people that, like I said, like my Hebrew brothers, they just ready to kill everybody with a white face, some of them. You know, all my Hebrew brothers ain't that way, but a lot of them is like, hey, they see a white face, get them. You know what I'm saying? And obviously, I know the history of so-called black people, so-called white people, racism, slavery, and all this shit. But I've always tried my best to not judge anybody based on their color, including white people, because I know that, like I said, I know about the white race. I know about our history. I've had my issues with so-called white people, but I haven't gone through, in this particular incarnation in my life, I haven't gone through as much shit with so-called white people as most black people have. And obviously that was by design, because if I'd have gone through as much shit with white people as most black people have, you know, I'd be like that too. You know, like I said, like Eddie Murphy singing that song on Saturday Night Live, kill the white people, you know. But I know that not every single person that's white is going to hell. Unfortunately, and I gotta be honest, we know, and it's been talked about for years, that the white race, your bloodline, is cursed. But that don't mean that every single person that's white is going to hell and they're going to be destroyed and all that shit. Not to mention, like I said, not everybody who looks white is white. Not everybody who looks black is black. And so-called powers that be, the Illuminati, fallen angels, these demons, they've been trying their best to get us into this race war Because for a number of reasons, obviously. One of the reasons is they know that most people, especially so-called black people, they will be blinded by their anger with some racism shit going on. They get blinded by their anger, and that shit will cause them to lose their soul. But like I said, unfortunately, the white race, your bloodline is cursed. You are not part of the 12 tribes. So unfortunately, not everybody that's white, is gonna get out of this shit. The majority ain't getting up out of here. Everybody knows this shit. And me, not giving a fuck about color, going through life the way I have, I've been able to be more objective and not just reject anybody with a white face. Because as y'all know, I'm going through more shit with so-called black people than I have with white people. And like I said, that was by design, and it prevented me from just throwing anybody under the bus based on skin color. And this also goes right along with these names that I keep talking about. I did everything in my power to take back the name Jesus, because like I said, everything belongs to us. Did everything I could to hold on to it. And unfortunately, we got this thing that's going on where a lot of black people say white Jesus don't exist. But that's not necessarily true. And a lot of my Hebrew brothers, they will tell you, you always hear them say that white Jesus is the devil. Yeah. So, yeah. This video ain't gonna be no motherfucking joke. This video is for everybody of all races. But it's very important, and especially, this video is for you.
White people.
White people. Because, like I said, it's unfortunate. The majority of the white race ain't gonna get up out of here. But like I said, I've done everything I could to walk this fine line with this black-white shit, because I know what these wicked-ass motherfuckers trying to do. They're trying to cause everybody to lose their soul. And with this deception going on with the Messiah, who the Messiah really is, who God's chosen people really is, it's gotten to the point where if your heart is not in the right place and you are not truly a spiritual person, then what you see with your two eyes can deceive you to the point of losing your soul. Let me say that again. If your heart is not in the right place and you are not truly a spiritual person, then what you see with your two eyes, it can deceive you to the point of losing your soul. So yeah, I'm finna drop some shit on y'all. Y'all need to pay attention to this shit. I'm talking to you.
White people.
Ooh-wee. She's Indian. Native American Indian. And she's pissed. She's talking about y'all. She gonna get y'all motherfuckers. She gonna get you motherfuckers. You see that look on her face? White people. But yeah. Like I told y'all, this shit ain't gonna be no joke. I'm finna drop a bomb on you motherfuckers. Pay attention to this shit. Because all hell is gonna break loose very, very soon. So before I get to the main part of the video, I'm gonna I'm gonna show y'all some short videos that I put together. Overall, they might be like 13 minutes or whatever together. And so after that, I'll get to the main part of the video and get into this discussion about the motherfucking Joker. So pay attention to this shit, y'all. I'm talking to you.
White people.
There have been a lot of people waiting a lot longer than you. You know, so if you're ready for this to happen, why don't you get in line behind the people that have been at this for decades, the people that have been ridiculed for decades, the people that have put their life on the line for this. It's taken a long time to clean this swamp, and it's always the ones that just showed up that are the most impatient too.
Yeah, no doubt that it's like we're brothers. You're just voicing the same things I've said. You know, where have you people been for the last 20 something years when we've been incredibly patient? I said this before the election and after the election. I'm not really ready for this thing to be over for two reasons. This is the greatest show on earth.
It's unbelievable.
People ask me what's going to happen. I have no idea. I have no idea what's going to happen. I just know the outcome. I just know that I am watching, and again, like you got a we all have a multi-decade perspective that we're bringing to what we see. So now that we see there's actual unbelievable things taking place that most people wouldn't recognize because they've never paid attention. It's exciting, number one. I don't want that excitement to go away. But number two is, what do you think the lives of all these horrible, evil scumbags are every day? Every day, when they wake up, they don't know if the Reaper's going to be knocking on their door. They go to sleep, if they can get to sleep. Their guts are being ripped apart. They got acid reflux. I mean, these people are literally shitting their pants every day with fear, knowing when's it going to hit me. So I'm okay with these people just twisting in the wind and suffering psychologically because they know that knock or that door kick or whatever is coming their way inevitably. And imagine living under that pressure, thinking, I don't think we're going to escape this one.
The Grim Reaper, the Grim Reaper, the Grim Reaper, the Grim Reaper, the Grim Reaper.
Chemtrail City as usual. Nothing going on here. Condensation from the airplanes. Bullshit. Spraying around the sun. Spraying around the sun. Don't want nobody to see planetary type objects. Manifestations in the so-called clouds. Cover up that sun. Cover up that sun so these niggers don't get that energy. Demons around the moon. When I first started talking about this, I believe it was, if I'm not mistaken, it was late November 2020. And eventually I said, not all of these entities that we see around the moon is the bad guys, the malevolent beings, But I realized that, most of what I was seeing, that I was capturing on my camera. Yeah, these are demons. These are negative entities. And this is why all of these heathens are going nuts. Anyway, this part of this video is going to be short. I just want to show y'all a few images and that'll be it. And then I get to the main part of the video. This image right here was sent to me from YouTube channel Beyond the Spectrum. And here we go with some so-called clouds. Looks weird, don't it? Beautiful. But no, these ain't no damn clouds. Just look at the details in this. Amazing. And when she sent me this image, she said, wow. And I said the same thing. When I zoom in on this, I mean, just look at that, y'all. Just look at the details. Look at the entities. I mean, look at this. This is what's happening. This end times thing that we going through. I said so many times, a lot of people are waiting for things to happen. Waiting for things to happen. And it's already happening. I mean, just look at this. The detail. And then you look at this overall. I mean, look at this. It's amazing. It's beautiful. And like I said before, good guys or bad guys, it don't matter. From the perspective of these wicked people. I mean, look at this. Because all these entities is coming after these idiots. And this is why they're going nuts. In denial about everything, like I always say, and pointing their fucking fingers at us. Calling us demons and they the demons. What's wrong with these people? But anyway. Yeah, look at that. YouTube channel Beyond the Spectrum. This image right here, my sister from East Chicago sent me this image. And our cameras are starting to pick up certain frequencies and things of that nature that we didn't see before when we took videos and snapshots, screenshots, whatever you want to say. Because this right here, as you can see, this was taken from inside her home. This is on the second floor, and you can see the shade in the background right there. But this ain't supposed to be this color, as far as what she saw with her two eyes. So when she took this picture, it came out like this. You see the blue and mostly purple. And ain't none of this what y'all see. Ain't none of this clouds. It ain't chemtrails. And just look at that. And all of this is entities. And see, they always just happen to be hanging around that moon. It's your ass, Mr. Postman. Look at that. No clouds. No chemtrails. Oh, oops. End of the world type shit. Right in everybody's face. But they got them locked down. Looking down at their feet. Scared. Yeah. So they won't see this shit. And when they start seeing this shit, they freak out. And even if they don't see it, this energy affects them. And then next thing you know, they come talking shit. Fucking with us. Like it's our fault. They ain't shit. Look at that big ass face right there. Mouth right there. Eye, nose, overall head. Look at that shit. Beautiful, ain't it? This was taken sometime late last year. Probably, as a matter of fact, it was right around the time I took all them images and videos of the moon. And just recently, I think it was March 19th, if I'm not mistaken, I decided to take some, mosquito. Get out of here, motherfucker. Little baby bloodsucker and shit. I took I took another now I'm losing track. Shot another video of the moon. Like I said, this was probably March 19th. March 19th. And nothing's changed. This negative energy, these demons. Look at that energy. 24 hours a day, this energy. And I'm gonna brighten this up a little bit so y'all can really see that shit. Look at all those entities. Most, if not all, is negative energy, negative entities, demons. Look at that shit flowing. Demons in motion. Look at that shit. Look at the details. Entities. Spiritual entities. Go frame by frame right quick before I show y'all this last image or images. Look at that shit. Couldn't make this shit up. You niggas thought I was play pimping. Look at that motherfucker right there. It's your ass, Mr. Postman. Now let me go over this motherfucker right here. If I can find this shit like I always say. Move, nigga, let's go. What am I looking for? Okay. That right there. That's an image that I took. Brighten it up, put a filter on it. Let's take a look at that shit. This is what's in our skies. These demons. Y'all look around, look on that shit. You see all these faces and all kinds of shit. It's the end. Alien invasion, it already happened. And this is why everybody's going nuts. Now, last image or images I want to show y'all. I took this right here. I got this shit from my Queen's house when I went to Wisconsin. This was like when I moved the camera and changed scenes. It just showed up real quick. And I just happened to notice this shit. Now, as y'all can see, entities around here. Now watch this shit. I'm gonna zoom in on that shit. Look at that motherfucker. Now, this is his eyes right here. Mouth. Long ass nose. And he's looking down. As you can see, he got a robe on. And his arms is behind his back. And like I said, he's looking down. Looking right down at this demon looking head right here. And this particular image, like I said, I just happened to, it's like it flashed when I was recording other kind of shit. And just happened to see this shit. I caught this shit, like I said, this is when I was in Wisconsin, late last year. Now, this is a image I took of this right here. Cleared it up a little bit. Look at that shit. Look at that motherfucker. You see it a little bit better now and shit. Let me zoom in a bit. I don't want to zoom in too much, it'll pixelate and shit. But yep, look at that shit. His eyes, mouth, big ass long nose, got a robe on. His arms is behind his back. Looking down at this big ass demon looking thing right on the ground, right below his feet and shit. Look at that motherfucker. Look like a cartoon done. I told y'all all this shit is real. Based on us believing in this shit. All kinds of shit going on in these other dimensions. Look at that motherfucker. It's your ass, Mr. Postman. As y'all know, I was talking about Justice League. And, you know, Zack Snyder's Justice League. I've always been talking about these superhero characters. And this is in other movies as well. But specifically, these superhero characters are based on real life angels, and demons. And like I said, you gotta be careful about how the enemy portrays these characters. The good guy is really the bad guy is really the good guy. Sometimes they all bad guys. And they will always tell their story from the perspective of the enemy in a certain way based on what type of agenda they got planned for your ass. Because the things they show us in the movies, there's always a whole lot of truth there. I said so many times, you can learn way more truth watching a movie than watching the mainstream news. You just gotta filter through the BS, pay attention, and you'll be able to see the truth that's there. There's a lot of truth in these movies. That Zack Snyder's Justice League, in the beginning of that movie, he showed the clip from the movie Batman v Superman when Superman got killed, crucified. He showed that clip again in the new Zack Snyder's Justice League, and he showed that shit in super slow motion, long as shit. That's how Zack Snyder do, slow motion. And what he was doing was showing you this image of Christ. You have Christ being crucified. Superman, Christ, you know. And here you have Lois Lane bearing witness to this shit. So she is Mary Magdalene, you know. Like I said earlier in this video, if your heart ain't in the right place, what you see with your two eyes, it can deceive you to the point of losing your soul. We have many people in this world who are not on our level, based on those of us who are on a high level, knowledge-wise and spiritually. And we have a lot of people who don't know the true color of the Messiah. But many people who are not on our level, knowledge-wise, spirituality and all that, and a lot of people who don't know the true color of the Messiah, a lot of these people, their hearts is in the right place. They truly believe in the Messiah, period. They not faking the funk, half-stepping, trying to be slick. There's a lot of deception that's going on, and there's a lot of things that many people in this world don't know that me and you know. But it don't matter as long as their heart is in the right place. When this topic, and I've talked about this before, of course, when the truth came out about the true color of Christ, we had a good number of white people who came out and said, it don't matter what color Jesus is. And the point was made that all of our lives, we were told that Jesus, the Messiah, is a white man. And during all that time, we never heard nobody say, it don't matter what color he is. But as soon as the truth came out, so-called black man, dark skin, bronze skin, Hebrew. People hear the truth and they be like, hey, well, it don't matter what color he is. Now, these are people who are trying to be slick. They know that's the truth. They know the Messiah is a man of color. They don't want to accept it. But they don't want to say that he's white, so they try to be slick and say, skin color don't matter. It don't matter what color he is. Okay. Now, Listen to this. Many years ago, I had a shitty 9-to-5 job. And on my lunch break, I was surrounded by all these white people. And during this time, Ronald Reagan passed away. President Ronald Reagan. And while I was on my lunch break, surrounded by all these white people, there was a black dude that I was talking to. And I got a little close to him so I could say something because I didn't want the white people to hear me saying this shit. and I said to him, I had no idea white people love Ronald Reagan so much. And he was like, yeah. When Ronald Reagan passed away, a lot of white people went nuts, crying and everything. I was like, damn, they love this nigga. Now, a lot of so-called black people didn't like Ronald Reagan because of this drug thing, CIA type shit. You know what I'm talking. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So here you have this infatuation, this love of Ronald Reagan, this white man. And a lot of white people love that dude. And I was sitting here saying to myself, you got this thing about it don't matter what color the Messiah is. And I said to myself, what if Spike Lee, y'all know that nigga director who be making all these black movies like Do the Right Thing and She's Gotta Have It, Malcolm X, Jungle Fever. What if Spike Lee made a movie about the life of Ronald Reagan, and the actor that he got to portray Ronald Reagan is none other than Wesley Snipes? Can you imagine that shit? Big black nigga Wesley Snipes is gonna portray Ronald Reagan in a movie. That don't make no sense. Why would you get a big black nigga to portray Ronald Reagan in a movie about his life? That don't make no fucking sense, do it? But what's wrong with that? Why can't Wesley Snipes play Ronald Reagan in a movie? When we have all these people who think that it's okay for a white man to portray the Messiah who's a man of color. I could hate. What about me? I could make a movie about, what if I made a movie about the life of, the Kardashians and shit? And all the actors that I got to play them motherfuckers was Chinese. Do that make sense? See, we have people who they will accept truth that they like, but they will reject truth that they don't like. They're trying to be slick. Their heart is not in the right place. And when you do this shit, it's only a matter of time before you reach that point of no return and lose your soul. Talking about how they put so much truth in these movies. I saw that movie, The Exorcist Part 3, which was supposed to be called Legion. The same person who made the movie The Exorcist and wrote the book The Exorcist, the first one, he wrote the book for this movie as well. I mean, he wrote the book and he made and directed this movie. It was called Legion. But these Hollywood people, they wanted him to put some exorcist type shit up in it so they can call this movie The Exorcist 3. But this movie is really called Legion, based on the book called Legion. Demons. What I'm about to tell y'all, they didn't show this in the movie, but they just talked about it. It was in the beginning of this movie. Listen to this shit, niggas. Legion, these demons in the flesh. They murdered this young black boy, 12 years old. They murdered this 12-year-old black boy. And they cut off his head. These demons, Legion, they took the head from a statue of white Jesus and placed it on that young boy's body. And they painted the face in blackface, white lips and all that shit. One more time. These demons, Legion, in this movie, they murdered this young 12-year-old black boy, cut off his head, and they replaced it with the head from a statue of white Jesus. Put that head on that boy's body and painted that face in blackface. White lips and all that shit. You know, like a minstrel show, you know. What is that? Truth with mockery. They're showing you how sick these demons are in this movie by talking about that shit. What they did was they was mocking us with the truth, telling you that the Messiah is a man of color. Forgive me for the background noise. It's raining, trains, what's new? It's cold in the motherfucker too. But let me continue. Try to close out this video because, you know, niggas gotta get their chicken. I made a video not too long ago. I was talking about one of my so-called dreams. I seen Superman. So-called this fictitious character, this cartoon Superman. And in that video I talked about that these entities, demons, fallen angels, they are using our thoughts and beliefs to become these characters, taking on that image of what we believe in. I just, not too long ago, I was watching American Gods. And they had this scene in it was season 1, episode 8. You know, you got all these so-called gods, Luigi gods, who are basically fallen angels, demons, demigods, you know. And in this particular episode, this black dude named Shadow Moon, he went to this lady's house with his daddy, who was Odin, you know, another mythological so-called fictitious character. They went to this lady's house. Her name was Easter. And when they went over to her house, it was the holiday Easter as well. And they had all these entities, you know, demigods, whatever you want to say, in this house. And you had this lady who's actually called Easter. And the reason, of course, she's a demon, fallen angel, demigod, whatever you want to say. The reason she was actually Easter is because people here in this world celebrate Easter. They believe in Easter. And those of us who are awake to all this madness, we know that all these holidays, they are pagan holidays. These fallen angels, demons, they are taking on that energy, that prayer and that belief that's coming from these people. And they are creating, in a sense, this image of the saviors, of the good guys. I'm going to go back to The Exorcist, Part 3, Legion. Listen to this shit, niggas. Earlier I mentioned, the situation where the young black boy got his head cut off and all that shit. A little later in this movie, these murders continued, and the detective was doing some investigation. He eventually went to the church, and here's a particular scene that they showed when he went to this church. Later on, when he went back to the church doing his investigation, they showed that scene again, and the Joker was standing in the place of that dude that they were showing earlier, that particular statue. The Joker is there now. The Joker. The Joker. What the fuck is the Joker doing in this movie? What does the Joker have to do with the church? The Joker, like I said, these superhero movies, superhero characters, they based on real life angels and demons. In case y'all don't know, the Joker is the devil. When, not too long ago, they just put out a new movie about the Joker. And if y'all seen that movie, they did everything in their power based on the story to make you feel sorry for that motherfucker. Sympathy for the devil? Mm-hmm. The Joker is the devil. Them showing the Joker, and they showed that image of the Joker in that church real quick. Maybe like a second or so. The image of the Joker in the church. What are they telling you? Remember, the Joker is the devil. The devil, the Joker, they show that shit, him in the church. What are they telling you? They're telling you who is running the church. The devil. These demons, fallen angels. These antichrist entities. Illuminati, government. That's who runs the church. Not the real church, because the real church is God's people. Not the religion of this world. Not the church building. That shit is controlled and run by the enemy. And Truth Unveiled 777 told y'all this. What did he say? Get out of those churches. Get out of those churches. White boy. He knows. The majority of these churches, church buildings that people be going to, the majority of these churches is controlled by a government. The devil. 501c3. Look it up. Obviously, not every single church building is down with that shit, but most of them are. And if anybody goes to church, you better make sure that church is legit, because if it's not, that minister or pastor, he ain't legit either. And when you have these type of ministers who's down with this devilish shit, this Illuminati shit, when they up there preaching, what they really doing is literally putting spells on these people. They literally putting spells on the congregation and putting demons on these motherfuckers. This is why most people who, Catholic follow the Pope is going to lose their soul. False prophet, in case y'all don't know. Hanging out with Antichrist, Obama. Now, my Hebrew brothers, they always say that white Jesus is the devil. And I was talking to my queen about this weeks ago. She was telling me that she had a picture of white Jesus in her house when she was growing up. And she told me that picture of white Jesus would always scare her. It scared the shit out of her, freaked out. And just recently, I thought about, shit. I always thought that picture of white Jesus looked creepy too. And then I realized there's a lot of black people who said that shit. So here you got my Hebrew brothers telling you that white Jesus is the devil. I'm telling you that the Joker is the devil. And in that movie, The Exorcist Part 3, they showed the Joker up in that church. Okay, now check this out. For years, I've always said, like I just said earlier, that all these characters in these superhero movies is based on real life angels and demons. And I always talked about Barack Obama, calling him Batman. And like I said, it's a lot of characters that's based on him. Batman, The Flash. I can mention a number of characters, obviously. But a lot of people throughout the years have been calling Obama the Joker. And I've always said, talking about, Obama being Batman, I've always said that when Batman looks at the Joker, he's looking in the mirror. We have all these demons, fallen angels, these wicked entities who are using our thoughts and belief to take on this image of the saviors. You have many antichrists, but there's one in particular who everybody is looking for, and that particular individual is Barack Hussein Obama. The beast. We've been talking about this for years. That's Obama. Talks about it in the Bible. Obama is the beast. When he was president, that car that he was riding in, it was called the Beast. And we have these so-called celebrities who've been made in the image of the beast. Taking the mark of the beast, their DNA being changed, and even get to the point where, with all the cloning going on, their skin color will change. So, listen to this. In July 2019, I made one of my videos of End Times News. I read this article from one of my brothers of the 144. And he was talking about Obama. And I'm just going to read this short little part right here that I circled. It says, Barack Hussein Obama is definitely the abomination of desolation led by the fallen angel spirit of Nergal-Allah, the god of fortresses, and the chief Antichrist, the cast down spirit of Satan himself, infused directly within a snow white, leprous, cursed, chimeran, vampiric, cloned image body vessel of the original deceased Barack Hussein Obama, known as the Beast. I told y'all a long time ago. The Bible talks about being, made in the image of the beast. The image of the beast will speak and all this shit. That's talking about, obviously, the mark of the beast. And it's talking about cloning. And we have a lot of these celebrities who've taken the mark of the beast, made in the image of the beast, because the image is about that change of the DNA. That mark of the beast is fallen angel DNA, and it also will get to the point when it comes to this cloning, their true form will change and they turn white. So, people for years have been talking about Obama is the Joker. And I told y'all the Joker is the devil. My Hebrew brother said white Jesus is the devil. They showed the Joker in the church, telling you who's running that shit. Who's the Joker? Obama. The Beast. Remember, we dealing with spiritual beings, but these wicked motherfuckers love the flesh. So here you got my brother of the 144 saying that Barack Obama is going to be infused directly within a snow white, leprous, cursed, clone image body vessel. Snow white. White. Has anybody that's taken the mark of the beast, made in the image of the beast, turned white? We ain't never seen that before, have we? Wait a minute. Rap artist Lil' Kim, before she sold her soul and took the mark of the beast, and after she sold her soul, took the mark of the beast, made in the image of the beast, she got cloned so much that clone turned white. Snow white, leprous. Motherfucking baseball player Sammy Sosa took the mark of the beast, got cloned so much, snow white, leprous body vessel made in the image of the beast. Michael Jackson. The truth is in y'all motherfucking face. So they showed the Joker in the church. The Joker is the devil. And I told y'all, Barack Obama, everybody been calling him the Joker for years. My Hebrew brother say white Jesus is the devil. And you got all these people believing in this particular type of figure, thinking it's the real Messiah. Now you got my brother talking about he's going to have this snow white leprous body. He going to turn white. We ain't never heard that before, have we? Take a listen to one of my sisters in Christ. White girl, by the way.
The first thing I want to talk about is in Exodus chapter 4, verses 6 and 7. When God was speaking to Moses and he was going to use him to bring the children of Israel out of Egypt where they were enslaved, he was giving him some signs to let him know that, hey, I will be with you, I will help you with this. So he had told Moses in this particular chapter and verses, he said, stick your hand into your bosom. And when he pulled it out, it says that it was white as snow. Now, if you were to take somebody of my skin color and stick my hand in my bosom, pull it out, and it's still white, that's not really going to be anything miraculous. But now if you were to take a person of black skin and put their hand in their bosom, pull it out, and it's white, that would be pretty miraculous. Another example is of Miriam. In Numbers chapter 12 and verse 10, it says God turned her into a leper and she was white as snow. So if he turned her white, then she obviously had to be black to begin with.
So what does this mean, y'all? Think about it. I've always known this. I just ain't made the connection, with the movie, The Exorcist, and articles and things of that nature to put it together like this. But I've always known that energy, belief, prayer from these people, thinking that they praying to the Messiah, I knew that shit was going to Obama. So you got Obama, the Joker, showed the Joker in the church in that movie. My Hebrew brother saying that white Jesus is the devil. Obama is the Antichrist. He's going to have a snow white leper's body. Because all these people believing in him, thinking that he's the Messiah. Snow white leper's body. So you know what that means? Barack Hussein Obama, the Antichrist, is the real white Jesus.
Y'all thought my daddy was play pimping, didn't you?
I told you niggas. That this deception is stronger than you can ever imagine. I told y'all that this thing that's coming is going to be more horrible and fucked up than any horror movie that you've ever seen. I told y'all that this thing that's coming is going to be more unbelievable and spectacular than any superhero movie you've ever seen. I told you niggas. Truth is stranger than fiction. And I told you niggas that I don't play pimp. I ain't no pimp, but I don't play pimp. It's your ass, Mr. Postman. What more can I say? That's my Spirit World News report for this evening. I am Michael, Player Lord, Lord of all players, Yeshua Pandera, Isa Ben Panthera. And I will talk to y'all again soon. Peace.